Hey guys, welcome to our Brew's channel. So today we're going to be making a mash tun. So a quick idea of what you're going to need to do this thing. Now this little setup here I've got consists mainly of a hose tail, as they call it. Now if I can find another bit to this, yeah, you'll see it's a little long. I've cut the end off. There you go, look. You'll see why soon in a minute. So we've got a hose tail, we've got a ball valve, yeah, that's fair enough. In here we've got what's called a brass nipple, which is basically a bit of a threaded pipe. Now this is all 3/4 inch. To go along with that we've got a couple of nuts to go on the 3/4 inch pipe that we've got, and we've also got some rubber washers, as you can see there. And then there's the other brass nut, which is quite tight with the nipple up against here. So just to give you a quick view of it, exactly everything we've got, if I can just find my other rubber washer. Which obviously I can't. Oh, well, great. So what's rubber washer? Twat. Yeah, here it is. I'll just give you a quick run over of what it looks like altogether. So there we go, we've got a ball valve which is running that way. I mean, you'll figure it out for yourself once you get it. And then we've got two of these nuts on this brass pipe here with two rubber washers there, just for making sure we've got a watertight seal. So that's gonna make up our outlet. Up there, it's going to be our outlet. Next we're going to need a mash tun. So for the mash tun we're going to be using this massive 57 litre cool box. As you can see, it's an Igloo Maxi Cold Premium. I'll just fill the label up here and let you just have a look at what we've bought. There we go. So what we're going to do with this cool box is we're going to remove the lid, the first thing. Now, dead easy to remove the lid. Just take yourself a large flat-headed screwdriver, just pop it down the side here, open the lid first, and then as you lift up, just give it a push and off it comes. So there's the lid. So we'll pop that down there for now because that's going to be in the way. The next thing you need to do, if you like, is remove the handle. Now this handle here will have 4 screws in, which are yay long, 2-inch screws perhaps. If you undo 2 on the top, 2 on the side, then you'll be able to remove the handle in one piece. There it goes, we don't need that. So you may or may not choose to remove the wheels. Now this would be possible by pulling them away here, as you can see, and you could perhaps fix something square on there to prevent the mash tun moving about, but I'm actually going to leave the wheels on, so just push them back in there and you can see the wheels are still on. So you will also notice here we've got a drain plug. Now this drain plug is also accompanied on the inside by a white plastic nut. Now we want to undo this nut. You might need some pliers to start it, but we just undo it. We can remove it all together. There we have it. Now I bought gaskets to seal this hole, so that's fine, but if not, you could save the gasket out of that nut assembly. So if we turn it back round again, what we need to do next is install our drainage mechanism, which is what we've just looked at. So once we've applied PTFE tape to the threads of these fittings, like so, we then ensure we have a watertight seal, and we can proceed to tighten these up with a spanner if we have one handy. And then this next section here, which we've all fitted together, and this basically involves the threaded nipple screwing directly into the ball valve. Now these are all 3/4 inch fittings, and we've got 2 rubber washers and 2 nuts, the first nut being there, second one in my hand. And then we have the hole that we've made through removing the drain plug on the cooler. Now I've enlarged this hole by using a semicircular file, just brushing it up and down against there just to widen the hole because it doesn't need much adjustment. Then we have the first rubber seal on there, and we're going to pop that outlet there, and then on the inside, which you guys obviously can't see, we're going to apply the other nut. Okay. Now here I have a large spanner which I'm able to grab the nut on the inside, prevent it spinning anymore. So just a quick twist on the outer nut, and then we have it sealed. And as you'll be able to see, that's in the off position, that's in the on position. You can see it moves quite simply between the two. Okay, now we have the drain nipple fitted. That's fine, that's great. We next need to move on from there. We need to create a manifold to drain the hot water from inside our tub, obviously, into our boiling pot. So for that process, we're going to be using 22mm copper pipe. Now these sections of copper pipe are going to be cut depending on the dimensions of your cool box, but to give you a rough idea, they're around 5-inch lengths, and just bear with me a second and I'll show you what we're going to aim to do while I cut these pieces. So here we are with the last pieces all together. Now this is a copper manifold, as you can see. we've used 4 elbows and 5 T-pieces to enable us to make this manifold, and as you can see, it's just pushed together. We haven't put any solder on these joints at all, so you can take them apart simply when you need to clean them out after using them. Now this manifold will fit quite neatly into the mash tun. Just to give you an idea, we're going to push the outlet valve into there, and as you can see, it sits quite tight, it will not move, and this will allow the water to drain without taking any grains through. Now once you've built the manifold, you obviously need to create the drainage holes for the water to flow through. So basically what we've done on this one is create a series of 4mm holes on the underside of the manifold. As you can see there, they're spaced 1 centimetre apart, and they're as central as we can possibly get them to the pipes. So once this is inserted into the mash tun, it doesn't need screwing in, it just needs to rest quite tightly against the side. And then we can turn that back round again, knowing that our valve is not going to touch the floor. There's room there to get the pipe on. Now we can replace the lid. Now all we have to do to replace the lid is to make sure one side is accepted into its hole and basically push down on the other. And there we have it. So once we have this sat at the edge of the desk or table, wherever you're doing your mash, you'll be able to drain your wort with the handle on and off just there. And you'll be able to also mash 63 litres, 57 litres should I say, of grains in there, which should be enough to do your 2 brews. So yeah, that's how easy it is. And now once you've put your grains into the mash tun and you've created your wort, then you're going to drain that off basically into a large pan. And once you've got it drained into your large pan, you're going to want to boil your wort for 60 minutes at the very least, not only to sterilise it but also to do your hop additions. Now this is quite a basic principle, but once you've boiled this wort, you're going to have to cool it down rather quickly before you pitch any yeast, and that's where you're going to need to use a wort chiller. So if you just click onto my home page and subscribe to my channel, from there you'll be able to find comprehensive instructions how to make a wort chiller for around £20 or $15 or whatever in the US. So thanks for watching guys, please subscribe to see some more tutorial videos and watch my own Brew Wednesdays and see what I've got brewing right now with my video diaries. Thanks a lot chaps, ladies and gents. Cheers 17.